This DRB Media Communications digital news segment sponsored by HQ Chiropractic, serving the Permian Basin for 15 years, helping you recover from your auto and workplace injuries.
Thank you for following us at DRB Media Communications Digital News. I'm Viridiana Marquez, and Danny Barrera has the story.
Sixth grade science students at Nimitz Middle School have been chosen to send their experiment to space. The students began working on their scientific proposal in September. The students came up with several different ideas before choosing to do research on the high risk of colon cancer among astronauts in space.
Whenever astronauts come back, that is the type of cancer that they are most at risk of, is colon cancer. And so we wanted to find a way to cure cancer while they're in space.
The student scientific proposal was submitted to the district judges, who began the task of looking at all proposals from participating schools within the Ector County Independent School District in early November.
The results came back and we had won first out of 3 places. So the other 2 were 2 high school groups. We were pretty excited whenever we found out that we had beaten so many people for the first spot.
This experiment is very important for long space travel, but also for cancer treatments on Earth.
This is a very important project not only for the future travel to space like Mars and other planets, but it's very important here on Earth for treatment of cancer on Earth, because if it will be shown that microgravity is increasing efficacy of the bacterial treatment, for example, or increasing the probability of this bacteria to find cancer cells, maybe microgravity could be added to the cancer treatment here for more efficiently treat patients, or the mechanism could be found which is associated with microgravity, and drugs could be developed to target this particular pathway.
The goal of the students' proposal is to help astronauts traveling through deep space with a non-toxic treatment for colon cancer with the use of non-pathogenic, non-toxic bacterial spores.
Before 4 months, we just came here, and they have the students were thinking to treat the colon cancer because of the radiation. Actually, it damaged the colon in the space. So they were thinking to treat the colon cancer a novel way. The problem with the radiation therapy and chemotherapy have a lot of side effects. So, and it's also toxic. So they were thinking to treat with a non-pathogenic and non-toxic bacterial spores, and we just giving guidance to them.
Due to the complexity of this project, communication and guidance is very important between the 6th grade science students and the Texas Tech University health scientists.
So I got to be kind of in a unique position because the kids and Dr. Natalia and the other scientists who were working on this project had these very complex ideas and very imaginative ideas that I got to help bridge and help explain and communicate back and forth between the 2 of them. So I helped create diagrams and visuals for the kids.
Nimitz was one of 3 ECISD finalists in the Student Spaceflight Experiments program and will be presenting their proposal at the National Conference in Washington, D.C.
We'll be traveling with the students to Washington, D.C. in late June or early July so they can present to the National Conference.
They say early part of the summer is the current launch date. Of course, we know that that changes very often, so we just have to wait and see. So we once we get closer to the date, we'll have to be in close contact with Stacy Hamill and everyone else to make sure that everything's getting sent and at the appropriate temperatures to make sure the viability of everything.
2 students of the 6th grade science class at Nimitz Middle School expressed their feelings towards this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
It means a whole lot to me. It means that in the future, if this project goes right, if I end up somehow living in the nether regions of Mars, I at least know that I can be cured of my colon cancer.
It's important to me because science is my favorite subject in school. And my favorite thing about science is space. So when I heard the announcement about spaceflight experiment in space, I thought this would be really good for me because I love space and science.
For DRB Media Communications Digital News, Danny Barrera.
This DRB Media Communications digital news segment sponsored by HQ Chiropractic, serving the Permian Basin for 15 years, helping you recover from your auto and workplace injuries.
I'm Dr. Ben Quiroz. HQ Chiropractic has been serving the Permian Basin for 15 years, and we have seen minor and major injuries resulting from auto accidents and work injuries. When dealing with many of these injuries, it is best to start conservative in your care. At HQ Chiropractic, we will evaluate your condition and identify the root cause of your pain. We are equipped to handle your situation with digital x-ray, DTS traction, MLS laser, and much more. Come to HQ Chiropractic for your work and auto injuries.
Remember, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and also at DannyVisionEntertainment.com. For DRB Media Communications Digital News, Viridiana Marquez.
Close.